Do you have goals you want to achieve so badly? Do you know you can set your goals on autopilot? That way, they become achieved automatically and almost effortlessly. This is the secret of high achievers. Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Obed, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 secrets for setting your goals on autopilot. This way, your goals are achieved with very little effort and automatically, no matter how big the goals are. You see, achieving goals can be quite difficult, especially when the goals are big. But with these strategies properly set in place, you can set the goals on autopilot and flip the table. This way, instead of the goals being difficult to achieve, it now becomes difficult for the goals not to be achieved. That's the power of these 3 secrets I'm going to be giving you. Now, without much ado, let's dive in. The number 1 secret is becoming absolutely clear of what you want. Now, absolute clarity is one of the most important elements of goals achievement. You need to know exactly what it is that you want. No ambiguity, no vagueness of any kind, no generalization. You need to decide what exactly it is you want and be very specific about it. The process of gaining this clarity will help you to weed out many other things that you do not want. You see, as you are choosing something, it means that you are unchoosing many other things. So these other things are the distractions that will prevent you from getting your exact goal. Gaining clarity on exactly what you want is very vital. If you are not absolutely clear, what happens is that you cannot have an excuse than your goal simply because you did not make the effort to choose and be specific with what you want. Another thing with clarity is that it helps you to employ the universe to gather all the materials and resources you need to achieve your goal. Let's take, for example, that you want to get a car. You now choose the specific car you want, Lexus ES350. You will notice that the moment you have decided that this is the car you're going for, you will start seeing that car all over the place. It will be as though all the Lexus ES350 in your city just made a meeting to be passing before your eyes on this day. You will just keep noticing it everywhere. That is because your brain has been summoned, your mind has been alerted to see that particular car. You have been focused towards it. You can do this exercise right now. Pick out the color blue from where you are. Look around you and see everything that has the color blue all around you. There is something you will notice. You will see the color blue in some certain strange places that you have never ever noticed before. They will just keep popping at you from every corner, simply because now you are focused and you are looking for that color blue. So that is what happens with clarity. Clarity employs the universe to summon all the materials, all the resources, all the information, the connections, and even the relationships that are needed for you to achieve that dream. It becomes very easy for you to notice all the things that are connected to that dream simply because you have given your brain and your heart and your spirit the assignment to go and bring the dream to you. You will start noticing informations, you will start noticing videos talking about the dream, people who already have that dream, people who are working towards it, people who will be helpful to you in one way or the other. You start noticing events and materials that are related to it because you have now decided that this is what you want. That is one major way to put your dreams on autopilot. Get extremely clear of what you want. I want to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. I want to buy Lexus ES350 white color. Be that specific. That way it weeds out other alternatives and brings that thing you want to your notice. Number two secret is to condition your environment. You need to condition your entire environment to remind you and to move you towards your goals. This concept of environmental conditioning is extremely important. Certain things happen in certain places and certain things are impossible in certain places. If you want to see a smoker, you are most likely not going to find them in the church. And if you want to see people praying, you are most likely not going to find them in the club. Certain things are most likely to be found in certain places. If you want to be a first class student and all your friends are third class students who are not interested in reading but are only into clubbing and partying and doing every other extracurricular activity in school apart from reading, your chances of graduating with a first class is very slim. The same way, if you want to be rich but you live in the slum and you don't have access to things like good roads, even electricity, good cars, good houses, all you see is poverty. It is going to be very difficult for you to produce anything other than poverty if you do not take yourself out of that poor environment and put yourself in a place where you can be seeing what you are working towards. You need to condition your entire environment, both inside and outside environment, to reflect your goal. If you enter the room of a first class student, for example, you are likely going to notice his reading corner with a lot of books, with a reading lamp, reading table, and everything that encourages reading for a very long time. If you enter the room of a musician, for example, you are going to see many things that relate to music, maybe musical instruments, pictures of his model musicians, and a lot of things that talk about music. The same thing if you enter the room of a fitness enthusiast, you are going to probably see some gym equipment, photos of people who are built and physically fit, and a lot of things that relate to fitness. That is the same for every goal you want to achieve. You want to put yourself in an environment where achieving your goal becomes natural. Be in a place where you're physically seeing and feeling your dreams. If you pick up my phone, for example, you're likely going to see the project I am currently working on because I use my phone wallpaper, including even my WhatsApp wallpaper, to constantly remind me of what I am currently working on. So each time I pick up my phone, hundreds of times in a day, I am always constantly looking at my goal. If you enter my office, because I intend to read my Bible every day, my Bible is on my table. Once I sit down on my office seat, my Bible is always looking at me. That way, I cannot give the excuse that I have not seen my Bible today to read it. It always reminds me to read it. See, environmental conditioning is stronger than self-discipline. If you put yourself in the environment where your dreams are always before you, it is easier to achieve your goals than depending on self-discipline to do the things that you're supposed to do. Another way to look at this conditioning is called immersion. You need to immerse yourself in the environment of your goal. It's the same concept that people who are learning a new language are told to do. They are told to go to a place where that new language is the primary language that is spoken. If you are learning French, for example, you should go to France or maybe a French-speaking country and live there for a few months. You are going to improve so much because you have immersed yourself in a place where it becomes almost impossible for you not to learn French. So you should use immersion in your favor. Condition your physical environment, both the things you see, whether it is your room, the association you enter, whether it is the friends you keep. if you pick out the people that are close to you to be people who are interested in your goal, you are most likely going to achieve that goal without even much effort. We've not talked about doing anything yet to achieve the goal. We are still all about getting clarity and conditioning your environment to remind you and to move you towards your goal. These concepts are very vital towards setting your goal on autopilot. If you put yourself in an environment where everybody is about that your goal, maybe you are in a group where everyone is a business owner if you want to start and run a business, or you are in a group where the goal is to graduate with a first class and that is what you are pursuing. If you can find yourself in that kind of environment where everything is talking about your goal, you are invariably going to achieve that goal. If you want to be a prayer warrior, join your church prayer squad and you are going to effortlessly become a prayer warrior. One thing that works against people achieving their goals most is this environmental conditioning. They are trying to go this way, but all the persons related and associated with them are people who are going this other way. All the things they see with their eyes, the place where they live, the room where they sleep, everything is just a direct opposite of the goal they are pursuing. That is one way to delay your goal and ultimately deny it. So you have to fight distractions by conditioning your environment. Let all the things that you see and all the things that enter into your eyes and into your mind be things that are related to and things that support and promote you achieving your goal. Condition your environment within and without, and your goal achievement is going to become automatic and effortless. Number 3 secret, and of course the most important, is to make every single day count. What this means is that you should do something every day that moves you towards your goal, no matter how little it is. We've talked about clarity and conditioning. Now is where the goal is achieved. You actually need to do the work, but it doesn't have to be stressful and difficult work. Something little every day. Just do something every day that moves you towards your goal, no matter how small. You see, there are 5 levels of manifestation of goals. There is, first of all, the thinking. This is where you think about it, you strategize about it. And then there is, secondly, it leads to talking about it. You talk about it maybe to a mentor, or maybe you seek for counsel, advice, or even a sounding board to someone who just vets it. And then there is the doing. That is where from thinking to talking and then you get to doing. That is where you begin to do something gradually and little. Then from doing it leads to habits. This is where the doing and the talking and the thinking, it becomes a habit of yours. You are always doing something, always thinking about it, and always talking about it. Once it becomes a habit, the final step is where it becomes your lifestyle. It manifests. Once the little things you do daily towards your goal has become a habit of yours, it becomes impossible for that your dream not to come to pass, because it's from habits that you get to manifestation. It becomes your possession. So if you can do something every day, no matter how small, even if it's just to think about that your goal that day, even if it's just to strategize, to plan, even if it's just a YouTube video you watched, or an article you read, or a research you did on that day. The idea is make every day successful. Let every day count. And how will every day count? Is when you did something on every day that leads towards your goal. So on the day you did not do anything that moves you closer to your goal, that day is wasted. as a student, on the day you did not read, you did not watch any video, you did not attend any lecture, that day did not count towards your goal. So if you can have many successful days and keep having days that you did something towards your goal, you will set your goal on autopilot. It doesn't have to be very difficult. Just do something every single day that moves you a little closer to your goal. And with time, using the power of compounding, every of those little actions will compound into your goal. Days will lead to weeks, leading to months, and leading to years. And in a few years, you will see yourself and you will not realize where you are from where you started from. That is how high achievers operate. That is how to set your goals on autopilot. Set everything around you to reflect the goal that you are pursuing, and then do something every day to move you closer to it, and in a short time you will achieve your much sought after goal. Thank you, and please do subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.